There's such a demand for blood products these days, so we decided, how are we going to get more animals into our blood program? The process for donating blood is exactly like the human process. It works by bringing your animal in, expressing an interest, making an appointment with us. Once you fill out the application, then we will call you in for an interview with your pet and make a decision. First of all, is the animal a nice animal to deal with? If they're not a friendly dog, then we can't really have them donate because they don't get any anesthesia, so they have to want to donate. Then we make sure we do a physical exam, and then we take blood from them. We do a scan for liver, kidneys, any tick-borne diseases. So it's a full, complete physical exam. And what do the people and the animals get from it? They get a $25 credit for emergency care at our hospital. Antech provides the full free blood screening every single year for their pet. And that's full blood work showing their kidney, liver function, any tick-borne diseases, heartworm testing. And then Royal Canine, which is a food company, provides a free bag, a 20-pound bag of dog food every time they donate.
Chances are you've seen Rosie in the news, the little poodle Maltese mix that has become the poster dog for no puppy mills. We were at the clinic the day Rosie got measured for her prosthetic legs.
My name is Mary Palmer. I'm president and founder of North Central Maltese Rescue. We are now a nationwide rescue, and we mainly rescue Maltese dogs who for any reason have lost their home. But occasionally, as in Rosie's case, we take in other toy breeds. Rosie has turned into quite a celebrity, and she is kind of the spokesdog, if you will, for anti-puppy mill organizations. Okay, well, we came here today because Rosie was going to be casted for her prosthesis.
Mary introduced us to Rosie. She came out of a puppy mill in Arkansas, and you know, when we have addressed Rosie's particular problem in other dogs that created her deformity, but hers was so severe that correction really wasn't an option. So our initial attempt was to get her a cart. I don't know if you've seen the little wheelchairs for dogs, and see if she would have a good freedom of motion in that, but it was really hard to get her in and out of it because of the shape of her legs. And she doesn't really seem all that excited about it either, so we decided to go ahead and amputate, which still gives us the option of the cart and makes it much easier because her legs basically drop into padded rings. So now that they're just a straight limb, it's easy to get her in and out of that. In fact, when she came to us, she had really bad sores on her knees where she was dragging herself around. And that would be her fate if we don't come up with workable options for her. So
Doug has stepped up to take on the challenge of creating prosthesis for Rosie so she can go on to live a better, fuller life.
We need to make molds of her legs, of what's left of her legs, in order to make a socket, which will be the portion of the prosthesis that she will slide into, very similar to putting a shoe on. So we're taking molds of her leg to do that. So that's what we're doing today. That's the first step. And fitting a prosthesis is to take a mold. So that's what we're doing.
She is a good example of what goes on in puppy mills, because in spite of the fact that she was extremely deformed, and it was a genetic deformity which was exacerbated by being crated, they were still breeding her and she was producing puppies. And those puppies end up in pet stores, and that's what people are getting. It's very sad. So we want to enlighten people to the plight of the dogs that are suffering in this country.
Many of you already know that I'm very passionate about horses. As one of the co-founding members and leader of a national grassroots movement, I've remained committed to a cause that most Americans don't even know exists today: horse slaughter. Along the path, I met an amazing, dedicated animal advocate, investigative journalist, and filmmaker, Katya Louise, who vows to expose the truth behind this brutal practice and set the record straight that horse slaughter is not humane euthanasia, and that horse slaughter is a supply and demand-driven business. I've joined Katya Louise in the production of her documentary feature film called Saving America's Horses. Here's a clip from the film now. I must warn you that some of the images you are about to see may be too graphic for some viewers.
In 2007, the barbaric slaughter of horses for human consumption was supposedly brought to a standstill on U.S. soil after a series of actions by Congress, state legislators, and federal courts. Yet more than 100,000 healthy, vibrant American horses face unspeakable torture every year. Yesterday's thoroughbred racehorse, last summer's family pet pony, and today's last wild Mustangs are disappearing on a daily basis. Thousands are being crammed into double-decker cattle trailers and hauled out of the U.S. and into the slaughter plants of Canada and Mexico. WFLF Humanian Films is in production on a feature-length documentary film, Saving America's Horses, A Nation Betrayed. Our beloved American equines are suffering unspeakable treatment, and it's happening under our watch. Racehorses, pet horses, wild horses, show horses, burros are being penned up right now in freezing weather in holding pens and on trailers all over the country. Thousands of them doomed to please the palate of wealthy diners abroad. Pro-slaughter proponents, including the BLM, are removing thousands of wild horses from our public lands during the dread of winter. Final destination? Unknown. You can help protect all equines from slaughter with a meaningful donation. Your generous donation will help us complete this film and bring this controversial matter to the public eye. We come to you to ask you for your help so that together we can help the horses. We are their voice, and they need to be heard.
And I wanna run free. I wanna be loved enough of the American people.
I'm Eileen Ribbons. I'm the Executive Director of the Wisconsin Puppy Mill Project. We have good news to share since last time we spoke. Wisconsin has passed AB 250, the dog breeder licensure bill. Under this new regulation, anyone who is selling more than 25 dogs or 3 litters per year will be required to be licensed, inspected, and to provide minimum standards of care for dogs. Finally, after an 11-year struggle to get this bill passed, we are dawning on a new day of protection for dogs in Wisconsin.